Hi, I'm Colin Robinson, and I'm one of the professors here at Niagara College in the Carpentry Renovation Technician program. Welcome to our virtual tour of our spaces and a bit of an introduction about the program. We are currently in a space formerly known as TC 177. It's our shop space, our lab space, for most of the construction hands-on trade-related pieces. And we're going to talk briefly about the program and about what we do here at Niagara and whether that's the right fit for you. So the Carpentry Renovation Technician program is a 2-year program. We also have a 1-year techniques parallel program. And the 2-year technician program offers you the opportunity to achieve a 2-year college diploma while gaining all of the introductory skills and sort of qualifications to enter the construction industry. So we do that with a wide range of courses and content. A lot of that content is specific to getting you that first job, getting you out in the industry, getting you working. And with the range is going to go from blueprint reading and drafting through concrete forming, residential framing, interior and exterior finishes, construction material sciences. Again, this broad collection of courses that are intended to give you that head start to get you into the industry. So, if you are currently finishing high school or perhaps even considering Niagara as an entry to a second career, you're going to want to have that high school diploma with a basic level of math and English, and any tech associated courses are also valuable to get you well prepared and qualified to join us. And the program is, the technician program is a 2-year, 5-semester program. 2 semesters in the first year, a co-op semester, which is a paid work cooperative semester through the summer, through your level 3, through your middle semester, and then back for 2 more semesters for us. Again, the program is very much focused on getting you prepared to enter the construction industry. And I'm standing again in TC 77. So this is a space where we do our big box work. We're going to do framing, concrete forming, drywall, roofing, any of those associated skills, the hammer sort of carpentry skills. And this is one of our spaces, and we're going to have a bit of a look around here. Okay, so again, we're in the wood shop and TC 177 of our shop, and just want to have just a brief look around here. The space is quite large, and we are equipped with really everything that we need to do some quality woodworking, make some interesting projects. So that's going to range from sort of several table saws. We have, I think, 5 table saws in the shop presently. We're going to have bandsaw operations, wood jointer, planer operations. We have in the perimeter and in the distance, we have sanding stations, miter saw stations. We have bloom mini presses for cabinet making, router stations. We have a series of cabinet maker pieces in here, sort of higher end shop tools that you're really not going to see in the construction carpentry industry, but very nicely equipped with overhead sanders, panel saw, thickness planer, edge bander, all of those pieces of equipment to do virtually any kind of woodworking or woodworking training that we may need to do. And if we kind of glance overhead, you'll also notice that we have a very well outfitted and equipped dust collection system in the shop. So when we're running the dust collector, we can have all of this equipment running, and we're still going to be collecting, the vast majority of that dust, leading to a really sort of clean, healthy workplace. If you look around, at this piece of a virtual tour, the shop is clean. It's always kept that way, both by the dust collector, by our shop technician, and by student practices. We like to keep the shop in a very orderly manner, safer, healthier, everybody does well. Okay, just another sort of point of interest on our shop tour. industry uses, all of these portable power tools, whether it's a cordless drill or router or sander or skill saw, the pneumatic nailers. All of these things are obviously used in the industry, and they're an integral part of the training that we do. And again, just, I guess, sort of showcasing that we are geared up with everything we need to do quality delivery and to, give you that start that you deserve in your carpentry career. Okay, so just a bit of a capture of some of the other things that we're going to be doing in the main shop space. It's not a wood shop program. We have an awesome wood shop and we have courses on that. But in a space like this, we might be framing, residential framing out of wood. Another piece that we do in the program, and it's a terrific piece of employment in the future, is the commercial sector. So we'll do commercial steel framing, we'll do drywall, suspended ceilings, floor systems, commercial hardware, some of those parts. And a lot of that work is actually sort of evident and is done on our mezzanine space here on the sort of upper workspace. So we have these different zones and different applications within the shop that allow us to do a real diverse variety of training within the one space. We might have one set of students coming by that are doing concrete forming in the morning, and in the afternoon the space sort of flips over and becomes commercial drywall installation. So all of those different labs can be facilitated within this space. Okay, so we've stepped outside of our shop into sort of a compound space, and we'll use this space, everything from mixing concrete to doing a surveying and building construction layout lesson outdoors. The industry does exist outdoors, and we head out there when it's practical. A bit of a backdrop here, some of the student projects that are always ongoing. Each semester, the course outcomes are the same, the learning is the same, but we're in a constant state of kind of invention and revision about what the projects look like any specific semester. This group of sheds behind me were produced by the students during framing classes and then exterior finishes classes. So the students were able to go through all of the components of framing a small building, and then in their next semester courses, they go through the processes of, how do we install the vinyl siding, make sure the building's waterproof, install the roof treatments, even some very small sort of deck details here. So we incorporate as many of those sort of legitimate real world practices. Even if the projects are a bit scaled down to suit the college environment, the students, go through that entire process. Okay, so we've moved outside, but then back inside. We're actually inside of another student project that's currently underway. This is a 2-component modular small home. I'm not going to use the word tiny house. This is sort of a modest home. And we're doing this as almost a bit of an exploration or an experiment to see if in fact we can bring real decent quality construction techniques and processes into a small home market to perhaps address the need for affordable housing for so many people. And the students have been working on this now for a couple of semesters. And the concept here is that we're going to take all of the standard sort of good industry practices, roll them into a very small 1-bedroom home, and sort of have a look at the cost to both produce that and what it would cost to own and operate that. So a little bit of a looking out type project to see if we can maybe address some of the problems in the community and give the students an interesting project at the same time. So this is the type of thing we're doing.
Hi. My name is Annette Dearling Manchester, and I'm one of the full-time faculty here in the Carpentry and Renovation program at Niagara College, and I'm also the program coordinator. I've had many years of experience in the industry, as well as many years of teaching behind me. Every year we get a great group of students join us. A lot of them come directly from high school, or else they come from other careers and they're thinking of making a change. We're also really delighted when we get a handful of young women joining our program. We consider ourselves to be extremely inclusive here, and really it doesn't make any difference where you've come from. Particularly if you have no experience at all, I don't want to discourage you, because we have lots of students who have never picked up a hammer, never done anything in the industry, and they are just curious about it. So it's the kind of program where you get a lot of hands-on experience, and we also have some really good academic courses, so that when you go out in the industry, you're very prepared for that first job. Some of the more academic courses are things like blueprint reading, drafting, project management, estimating, green building practices is one that we do in the last year, which is a very relevant and current course at the moment. It's always a fun one because we have to keep up with what's happening in the industry. And so you can see that as well as getting a lot of hands-on time in the shop, we do get a lot of time to talk about what else is happening in the industry. Thank you very much for coming to our open house. Certainly, if you have any more questions, we are always available to answer them. You can get in contact with any of us or with the program itself. If this is of interest to you, we'd be delighted to see you in our program.